Andrew Thomas, James Piecowye, talking technology. Right off the bat,
yes,
my 360 camera.
Very cool.
So we spoke about the cool stuff
that we got for Christmas. Yeah, love it.
Let me just turn it on here so you can get a look at it. Okay. Yeah, it's really high tech here. So as I was
That's interesting. It took your fingerprint upside down then.
Yeah, is that nice?
Is that nice or is that a glitch?
No.
You shouldn't take it the wrong way around, right?
I did multiple ways.
What, and you turned it around the phone? Did you really?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Don't you do that?
No.
No.
No, I've never done that.
All right.
That's crazy. Oh, Siri's just popped up for whatever reason on my phone.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah.
So there's an app on the phone called 360. And when you put this camera in, it initializes and it does all the stuff.
Okay.
And then now it's telling me, hey, the camera's in there, we're finding it, connect camera, there we go. So I've pushed it in.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good because now we're recording this as well live. So
so it's good. It's a full live thing. And it says connect the camera. It's connecting. Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
So this is just
That's the fisheye stuff.
Yeah, this is, so if we were
look at that. Yeah,
so
very
there,
cool.
You know, and you can go up.
Nice.
And so you can say, you know, like we're going to do, we can say, okay, I want to take a picture.
Yeah.
And you know, you just look,
click
right?
it, and then we're done.
And we just click it and say, you know, smile. There we go. And it's recorded, and there we are.
There we are. Cool.
We've got it, and it
very nice.
It does that with video. It does the whole thing. If you turn on your phone and you plug this in, presto marvel, it goes right into your app and it opens up. Once you've done that, and this is that Huawei camera I was talking about. It allows you through the settings so you can get rid of your hand or get rid of the phone. So it's just, otherwise it will show the top of the phone.
Yeah, cool.
So that's the downside, is you've got to be holding your phone to make this work. But
you can get yourself a stick or something. I guess.
But it doesn't have a remote because it's using the phone. But then you go in and you've got your picture. Then you can say, okay, I want to change the way we're looking at it. We want to do a small world, so then I can do that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And then what I love about it is, and this thing I can say, okay.
Show the camera now because they can actually see it, right?
I know. I keep forgetting we got.
We got a video.
But then you can say, okay, I want to edit it, and that's when you can export.
Play around with it,
or say I want to export it as a GIF.
Nice.
And then you can. So, do you use this kind of a camera all the time for a lot of things? No. But you're out on the beach with the family. You got people over for a barbecue. You want to get a
desert
quick
drive. Yeah, exactly.
You want to get a quick shot. You're visiting the relatives. You want to take a picture of a new place. Take a picture of a room. You're buying something. It's kind of cool.
All of the real estate agents should be buying them.
Exactly.
Just showing around.
There you go.
All the hotels. That's it.
Just go and take a photo. It's done, and then someone can just scroll through.
Nice.
And it's beautiful as a tool if you're using Facebook, because you load it up into Facebook and you can do 360.
Yeah, you can do 360 in Facebook native.
Any of those platforms.
Yeah, have some fun.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
We've got a little fly flying around.
And I love the idea that I can send a gift to someone of an image, and it'll do the 360.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of cool.
That wire seems really short. Your blue wire.
Well, it's because there we go.
Just made me laugh looking around. I'm just very conscious of the fact now that there's video to this.
I know.
So everything that I see is funny. I'm presuming other people are like, so Piecowye's the cord there, like it's super short. It feels like he's getting pulled into the table.
Something is not right with
that.
That's
it, exactly.
Because I've rejigged everything since the guys left from the car clinic.
Yeah.
And now it's just us, so
That's
I have to move stuff around.
Yeah, and we are down at the Rove again in downtown, and we're outside their new cinema.
Yeah.
That's it. Great thing about this cinema is you can have a beer in it.
Well, that's it. And,
and
if you're not into having any beverages, they've got sodas, and they put a full food menu out.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, this is like one of only 2 cinemas you can have a beer in the whole of the UAE.
Which is kind of cool.
So it's very cool. Yeah,
which is kind of cool. And it's what, about 50 seats? But
it's quite boutique, isn't it?
But it's a full cinema.
That word. Yeah,
it's a full cinema.
I think they're showing old Bohemian Rhapsody at the moment. So get down and enjoy a bit of Queen, as it were.
Yeah. And I gotta say, Rove DownTown, just loving Rove hotels.
Yeah.
They welcome us with open arms.
That's it.
And
we pretty much sneak in.
Yeah, pretty
much. They don't know we're here today.
Every time I come, there's a new person, and I go, "Who are you again?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I got permission.
You need like a wanted sticker on the in the back office, in the back room here.
I know. I just say, well, Naveen said it's okay.
Yeah. That's
You didn't tell me anything about it. You didn't tell me anything about it, but everyone said, okay, well, if Naveen said,
that's it.
Then it's okay.
It's all good in the hood. Yeah.
CES.
Yeah, why aren't we there? Seriously, let's before we get into how incredible CES is, I think the only way we're going to go is if we book tickets.
I think
That's
so.
it. I think it's kind of
we
like
just go and podcast from there.
Yeah. I think I'd like that to be an aim. There we go for 2020. 2020. Why everyone's excited about 2020 in Dubai, we're going to do 2020 CES. I think that's that live kind of Podaholiks show from there will be cool.
Every day we can do a Podaholiks live.
We can run off and find interesting stuff. And
I'm thinking, wouldn't Jackie's want to send us?
Definitely, Jackie's or Jumbo or Sharaf. One of them boys would definitely want to send us. Why wouldn't you want to send us? I think that's possibly the reverse question there. Like, it'd be insane not to. But
I think it could be kind of cool.
Yeah, even Virgin Megastore, because some of the cool tech they get in pretty quick as well. I mean, any of these boys, well, we've got a whole year to campaign, dude. So
I think so.
It's there's campaign trial, the Piecowye Thomas ticket for 2020.
So here's the thing about CES.
Yeah.
Leading into CES, all I was hearing from people was, CES lost its luster.
Is
CES going downhill? Does anyone really care about CES?
Yeah.
CES goes on, and it seems to be as big, as bold, as brash.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, perhaps because we're in this space and we've got a tech show and we're interested in tech and we're geeky and all those things, but it just felt like it bled into regular media as well. There was kind of some cool things that were launched there.
Apple doesn't go to CES, and they put up they took up a whole side of a building to advertise their product.
Exactly.
At CES.
At CES,
I was like, what's that telling you?
Yeah, there's a lot of the right people there, isn't there? That kind of people that are interested and people that have power in the industry. So, I mean, that's good. Yeah, for sure.
That was kind of neat.
What did you? I mean, we all kind of picked out some different things here. So I guess
some of our things
we overlapped. Yeah,
some of them were similar. I one of the things that really caught my attention. And we'll talk about it a little bit more. But there are as computer users, we're both using Macintosh.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, the Surface Go gone.
Okay.
It's back.
They wanted it back?
They did.
Disastrous.
Well, I knew that was coming.
But still, it's a bit harsh, isn't it, when you remember?
After, I always hope they won't. Oh, by the way, the Mate 20 Pro, it's gone back.
They're back as well?
It's gone back as well.
This is disastrous. We need to find some people that forget.
The Surface Go, I posted up a review, and we've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah.
I genuinely would like to now go and buy a Surface Go.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go out and buy one.
You missing it?
I am missing it, and again, I would get the pen with it.
Yeah.
But I'm even gonna get the 10-inch model, the Go, not a Surface, but a Surface Go. I'm gonna get the 10-inch model because it just works so well.
But I mean, why? Well, I'm fascinated to know because you've got your work Mac, you've got your kind of ASUS. I mean, so where's it going to fit in your daily tech life?
I think my ASUS that I'm using to record on, it's getting old. Like it's getting a lot slower.
Well, it's old. Let's be honest. Let's not use the word getting. Let's say
only 7 years.
Yeah, I mean that's
Core i3.
Zipping through stuff, burning through it.
Microsoft wants to upgrade the operating system on this thing.
No. Thanks very much.
So it just doing a file transfer now. If I'm going from Audacity or if I'm using Audition and I want to export something, it's taken a little bit longer
too much time.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I'm thinking the Surface Go then fits in. And why the Surface Go? Because it is a 10-inch machine. And so many people said, but don't you think that's too small? Isn't that going to be too harsh to work on? I said, 90% of my time, I'm at the university. I'm in an office.
You're on the go.
I'm using.
You're using.
If I'm in the office, I hook into a monitor, or I've got it up on a screen.
Yep.
The rest of the time, I'm using it as a computer, and I'm thinking 10 inches works. It actually,
There's a statement. Why don't you just get out on a t-shirt?
I'm thinking
10 inches works. That's it. Nice.
Gonna get us closed down.
It's a great ad for Microsoft.
10 inches works.
That's it. Yeah.
More than enough.
Perfect.
Oh, almost went bad.
So so you're going to go and buy it. So this is the next thing. Are you going to run into Virgin or Jackie's? You're going to go buy it online, or are you going to get one of your buddies in Canada to grab it and get it in the summer?
So I tend to buy that stuff here because I live here, so I like to have access. I don't know which channel I'm going to get it through. So first step is I'm going to look at Souk. And see what's available with Souk.
All right.
Then I will check out the other things because I've already
take a run down to you know, I'll go old school and go into the Lane Centre down in, down in Dubai.
Yeah.
Because I mean, those guys feel and touch, and they got the latest tech. And
but I've already used it for a month, so I know what it is. I just now need to find the best
but
price.
I mean, down there, you'd probably get a decent kind of bite of cherry.
And there's no question. There's no question.
Yeah.
I get the pen. I'd get that pen to go with.
Okay.
You know,
and the keyboard comes with it anyway, right?
You know, this is the downside
of
this Microsoft world.
Okay.
Is you have to buy everything as a separate piece.
It's like BMW back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to wind down your windows? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, you wanted a steering wheel?
Okay. So I'll have to buy that. But you know, the keyboard, the 4th generation keyboard case is spectacular. So,
okay. Fair enough.
Put that all on.
So what is this, like next month purchase, or is this an Apple Watch purchase?
You got your Apple Watch?
Like myself. What kind of purchase are we going for? Like a genuine one, or in next week?
Well, the Core i3 is still working.
This is like the worst tech show ever. Just like the guys on TechTalk. The guys on TechTalk, but they never buy any tech. They always talk about it. We may as well be sitting here, and I might be doing a diet show. Hey, welcome to Andrew's diet show. Me and Piecowye. Again, this week decided not to go on a diet.
Jason Vale would watch it. Yeah, these guys are
exactly. Yeah.
No, I think within
the illusion show.
The next month, I'll get it within the next month.
Oof, sure. Yeah, that first, guys. 1 month. I mean, I'm 60 days and counting now on my Apple Watch.
Well, what's going on with the Apple Watch?
Hey, listen, I heard you as well in the last podcast damning me and saying, what colour? Everyone knows it's one colour. No, actually, it's not. It's the space grey, though, one. It's not available.
Everyone gets black. No one gets
space grey. That's what you want. The black one will, I don't know, space grey.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I think within the next month. You got to wait for payday.
Fair enough. Yep, that makes sense. We're halfway through the month, so payday's the end of the month. So.
Next, but I'm thinking
next billing cycle.
Next, not this month.
Yeah.
The following month.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's the plan.
Wait, now, will you go new, or will you go pre-owned and pre-loved?
So as much as I've
got to be some people out there that have got the Surface, like
Surface
you see it all the time.
But
you see it all the time. Unwanted gift. You see that a lot, right, in Division stuff.
No, I'd buy new.
No, you want to break that seal.
Yeah, I want it to be mine.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. So, and the Mate 20 Pro, I gotta say, I wasn't a fan of the phone at first. But it was like I gave it to you for a fraction of a second.
Yeah, I think I got a look at it.
Yeah, you rolled it around in your hands. It's got a nice feel.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, it's a nice phone.
And I played with it for a bit. The camera was spectacular. The feature I loved with that camera, and it's no longer a phone. Don't call these things phones.
No.
They're just they're mobile devices.
Yeah. PDAs, you mean?
Yeah,
going back to PDAs.
Pretty much.
Back in the day.
But the beautiful part of it was, you had 5 times optical zoom. Then you could go up to 10 times with digital assist. But you could also go back. Yeah. So you got the wide angle feature off the camera, the Leica cameras off that phone. It was perfect. I loved it. It just worked. It was just so fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm using the P20 Pro, the Mate 20 Pro has a faster chip in it. It's just all and the charging speed. So it had wireless charging on that phone, but it also if you plugged it in and used the wire charging, like half an hour.
Yeah. Sounds like you're going to be buying a Microsoft and you're angling for a free P-Mate 20.
The problem is my phone still works really well.
Yeah,
so
that's the problem, isn't it?
Zero motivation.
That's it. There's no reason to do it. Yeah. But I mean, so do you want to jump into CES? And speaking of phones, do you want to talk about his first Flexi phone?
Yeah, I mean, it's already out there. Samsung is talking about this. Apple has been talking about this.
Yeah, I mean, but it's Samsung as well, though. Felt like it hit it in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, when they announced it a month or so ago, they went up on stage and switched all the lights off, and then kind of got out the phone and showed it off. It was a bit, suspicious. I mean, these boys over at, what's it, FlexPay or something?
Yeah.
The new Chinese guys.
First bendable phone.
Bendable phones, yeah. I mean, this is an ugly thing, isn't it, really?
It's terrible.
We can be honest.
I mean, everyone said that. It's horrible looking. It's got to be a beta version.
But it also felt like and this is what I found odd, the Samsung one felt like a phone that became a tablet.
Yes.
This felt like a tablet that was crowbarred into a phone. Right?
I think you nailed it.
It's just kind of and look, I don't know. We shouldn't be you know,
we haven't been there. We haven't felt it.
We
We haven't
should
seen
be
it.
bemoaning it a bit too much. I mean, you're talking about a flexible screen. How crazy is that? You know, and there was obviously, I think the LG boys were showing off the Cascade as well. That's pretty cool. The curved screen, flexible screen, and I think LG also had the rolling screen.
Rolling,
right?
Yes,
So I mean, this is insane. So, and there was a lot of flexible keyboards and things like this. And
so the question that got on my mind as I'm looking at these phones is saying, okay, the big problem people have now is they drop their phones, they break them.
Yeah.
With a flexible phone and a flexible screen, if I drop it, do I have the same breakage issues? I don't think so.
Although, I mean, can you imagine trying to replace it?
You're done for. You don't replace it. It's gone.
Yeah, it's done, right? Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know how many people are going to have it, you know, from that side of things. But yeah, I mean, it kind of felt cumbersome, didn't it? And it was incredibly thick.
Yeah.
Because they've got the bend in it. It was incredibly thick there. But I mean, you know, this kind of new flexible screen technology is phenomenal now. So I mean, imagine
this is the new way we're going.
Yeah, imagine for me. I thought straight away it was almost like an old advertiser's dream, right? Yeah. Because now you've got a whole lot of people running around going, "Oh, I could wrap a bus," you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what's going to happen.
Imagine you could wrap, you know, your building in kind of, you know, this huge flexible screen. So you know, it's starting off small, but it's nice to see some of these flexible screens coming to the fore now. That we've been talking about it for years, 2-3 years, right? We've been talking about it, and now they finally got them. So. Yeah.
But I like to see when they actually roll out to the market. To me, that's going to be the big question.
Yeah, that would be the next one, right?
And do we really want them at the end of that day? Is this going to change?
I do like the. I've got to be honest. I do like the idea of the whole kind of.
I think it's a nice gimmick, but is it really going to jack the price up? And am I still going to? So I think my big concern is I have a flexible screen. So now I don't have a flexible screen, and I've got wonderful pixels per square inch. The flexible screen, what's going to be how much of that resolution am I going to give away? And is it worth it?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I guess it goes back to, you know, what do you want it for? So do you want the ability, for example, say you do a lot of flying, you know, and you kind of want a device that you want to watch Netflix on the plane or in your hotel room, and then you don't want to carry things around with you. So I mean, it's kind of, I think that's probably where I'm at with it. But I mean, let's see what kind of comes out. At the moment, it'd be wildly impractical, something like that. Or you could have it in your man bag.
That's it. Well,
but I can carry it in my pocket.
But I think suddenly all the different places you could put screens because they're flexible.
Yeah.
So build them onto pillows and you know,
flexible pillow. Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly it works a little bit better. You take a look at some of the vehicles now that have screens on the headrest. Yeah. They look ugly. They're
I mean, it feels like this could, like you say, be part of design functionality in the future for sure.
I wonder how warm they get. You know, sometimes screens do heat up, and phones and devices do heat up. So I'm wondering how that works with this.
I think what was interesting about this, because the whole video is, you know, when we've seen the kind of flexible things before, it kind of felt like almost like a book, you know. Yeah. Whereas this, the whole curvature or the where the flexi part was almost rubberized, which felt a bit weird. But yeah, I mean.
And as you look at it, I mean, it doesn't. It really is like the sleeve of a book where it bends.
Exactly.
The whole thing doesn't bend.
No,
it's just
a certain part. Yeah. But they got there first, you know. And we're talking about it, right? So. Yeah. You know, we did, and countless other people have been talking about it, and that's what's been coming out. But I mean, in line with that as well, this is the other reason, genuinely, why I thought we have to go to CES. What Google did, their playground installation at CES. I mean, I don't know if you saw this, but this multi-story. I think it's 2 or 3 story high stand.
Yeah.
But they built a ride. Where the kind of people that come to the stand, you get in a ride and you go around this little adventure, and it shows you how connected the Google Assistant is to certain things and how it can help you and what it can do. You got your nice tablet on the actual ride. I mean, this is a Disney ride.
It reminded me of the Disney Better Living.
Better Living, yeah.
Which I don't think they have anymore. That's gone,
isn't it? It's an Epcot.
Yeah. I think that's gone.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
I think it used to actually be at Disneyland when it first opened up.
Okay, all right. I've only done kind of Florida Disney.
So
I haven't done.
They used to have it there, but it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's
I think it used to be in Epcot, didn't it? There was a ride in Epcot in the kind of ball that you used to go into.
But at Disney World, they also had one when you would go in, and it used to be in Florida, it used to be by
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain,
yeah. Yeah, okay.
And I think it's all
Future
gone.
World. Yeah,
Future World. They've taken that away, I think.
Right, okay.
Or they've upped it into something else.
Yeah.
I think Honda had robots in there for a while. But
right, okay.
The animatronics that were showing us the world that will be gone.
But imagine the billion devices now.
That's extraordinary.
There's a billion connected devices.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah, I mean that was, I think, we've always had that kind of Alexa, Google.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, once Google decides to turn it on, that's what we always said. I mean, you know, you've got instant kind of accessibility to look. The camera that's filming us now is kind of, you know, running on that Google environment. Google says they've got 2 other phones here that are running in that environment. So your watch your Fitbit, isn't it? So you know, but this was there was no messing around with this. I mean, they've spent a whack of cash on this, and what a massively innovative way to, you know, kind of creatively just present what you have. I loved it. I thought this was very cool.
Is this the first time? I don't know that Google has.
I'm not sure. I mean,
so hard.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I never hear anyone talking about things, but never.
But I mean, creating a ride. I mean, you're not messing around. I mean, obviously, it's a train track, and it's, you know, okay, Andrew, thanks very much. You know, but it is phenomenal. I mean, you know, that's another reason why I wanted to kind of get over there. Just, you know, I mean, look, also the bonus is that it's apparently it's in Vegas, so we might be able to, you know, spend a bit of time there. Yeah. So I mean, look, and also they were just showing off everything Google as far as kind of how much fun this could be, you know, but especially that kind of Google Assistant world, showing people translating in real time what they can do, and you know, when you're out there traveling and the Google Assistant at home,
it's kind of
scary.
Selfie,
it's massively connected. Yeah,
I mean, and I think it's a great thing if you love the connection, and I do. I mean, I'm using all these tools. Yeah. But there are others who say, aren't you worried about your privacy? Aren't you worried about how many things are now dependent on each other? And what happens if for some reason...
hacks or something.
Or they get turned off?
Yeah. I was in a presentation this morning, and it was a mixture of IT and strategy in the room, and I had Alexa up on one of my slides as a presentation, and the IT guy said, isn't there security issues associated to that? You know, people listening, and I'm like, you know, to be completely secure, you need to disconnect yourself. I can see you got 2 phones. So I mean, you know, you got to live in a bubble now if you want to be purely disconnected, or at some point during the day, you know, even just the cameras around you here, you know, they're connecting, they're using facial recognition, they're storing your data, then they're analyzing that against certain information they have against you. So, you know, vehicles have got trackers on them, your phone is being tracked. So I mean, everything's pretty much, unless you go off grid now.
Well, I don't even know if it's possible. You go to fill up your vehicle at the petrol station, there's cameras. You go into a grocery store, there's cameras.
Exactly.
You're in the feature at Murdoch City Center, you can't find your car, type in your license plate, it'll find your car for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very cool. They need one of those at Disney. The amount of times going back to Disney, the amount of times you see people come out and go, no, was it Pluto or was it Donald? I can't remember where I parked.
You know, the first time I've seen people getting out at garages now, and they're taking a picture with their phones of the pillar with the number on it.
Right. Okay.
And it seems to be a new thing because
I if you're like me, I just pick a spot and that's it. It doesn't matter if I got to go to one end of the mall or the other. I'm parking here because I know the shops. Yeah. When you pop out. Yeah. We did that actually. Funny enough at when we were back at XL in London for WTM back end of last year, I met myself. We parked in this ridiculous car park, and we came out.
Every floor looks the same.
Yeah, exactly. And we checked out the cafe, and then boldly walked off. And then when we came back, because the hoarding had changed, because they were setting up the show, and we're like, hold on a minute, there's 2 of those cafes. Which one? So all good fun. All good fun. I also like this. Just speaking back to CS, I like this wireless charging phone case.
Well, that is cool.
Yeah. I like
the idea that you can take a phone,
standard kind of phone, and now you've got wireless charging.
What a great idea!
And you've got an expandable battery pack on the back.
What a great idea!
Yeah. This was
to me. This is cool. Why has no one else thought of this?
Yeah, no, and it kind of removes that. It's from a company called OSSA. So OCO. How do you say that?
I'm just
what do you call me? OCO?
Maybe.
It's like a Spanish a-hole, right? OCO.
Just thinking, why? You got OtterBoxes, you've got LifeProof, you've got people who are making battery packs.
Yeah.
Why did no one think of this? I mean, I'm glad these guys did.
Yeah.
And it's not huge when you look at it.
No, it's pretty slimline, isn't it? It's in line with a standard kind of battery pack.
And this has got to be a little bit of a protection unit, so if you drop your phone, I'm imagining, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how they're selling it, but it sure does look like something that you're not going to hit the ends.
Yeah, I mean, what's strange about it is it kind of charges. It's a beacon power, isn't it? Yeah. So this is truly wireless charging. I mean, you don't place it on a pad. You don't put it on the desk. It as you're walking around, it kind of wirelessly. Now, I mean, the only thing is, I worry about this, that your hair might catch fire or something, or if you got too much hairspray on your hair, you might kind of go up. But yeah, I mean, it was still impressive because batteries are pretty flammable, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we talk about this technology, they've taken it a step further.
Yeah.
Does it work with a charging pad though, I wonder?
I'm not sure. I mean, in the little shots that they've done, it's mainly a charging beacon that kind of works from that. So from that side of things. I'm not sure if I shared this in the notes as well, but there was this Planet Computers have fired up, and I'll just show you his Cosmo communicator.
Okay.
Did I share this with you? So this was reminding me very much of a Scion. You remember a Scion?
Yeah.
So it's basically, I should show you, but it's like a full keyboard with it's a foldable. So similar to your kind of Nokia communicator back in the day where you used to clasp like the clamshell. Yeah. You open it up. This has got a full QWERTY keyboard on it, kind of response pad, and then you've got your screen. But then when you close it, you've got your thing. So it's almost like an updated. I felt like it was an updated Nokia communicator. Yeah. And I wondered why at that point, they haven't created a new Nokia communicator like this. And it's a dual screen touch screen. So the back screen is touch. It's a fingerprint sensor on here.
Is anyone going to buy that though? Do you think?
I like this.
You like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I just felt like, I mean, something like this.
Yeah, but you like the Apple Watch as well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Let's wait for your Surface, all right? Let's go back.
It's going to be
forth now. No, I just liked this kind of functionality. I thought it was cool again. I mean, fairly niche, I guess, market. Who kind of wants to go after this, but it feels like there's. It feels like you're going to have this. It feels like 2 years in the future here, or 3 years in the future, you're going to have a whole different. You're going to be able to differentiate devices, I think, because at the moment at the moment it's just. You could line up 10 devices, right? And you wouldn't know any difference. Yeah. I mean, that's it. The same functionality, same camera, all these kind of things. I think what we're going to see in the next couple of years is more devices that are suited to particular people.
Which I think would be about time, because there are some devices that you don't use 90% of the functionality. So why do I have this thing? And then other devices, you're going to use that.
Use it more exactly.
Keep a pad that works, you might actually go for that.
That's it. I've got to mention this, and this is probably a risky subject, but something interesting that with a VR that came up. I don't know if you saw this one. Yeah. So this is also something. I mean, a lot of the time, as much as we wouldn't publicly acknowledge it, the adult industry drive a huge part of tech. So absolutely. From search to cameras to everything. Now, what one of the larger adult retailers in the US now is dealing is with VR, and they're putting, let's call them exotic dancers, in your room.
Right.
So it's kind of, they kind of built in VR, and it's almost one of those funny things when we talk about, well, when is VR finally going to take off?
This might be it.
This might be the spark that kind of goes through. So that kind of augmented reality tech, obviously, that we've seen, that Google tech, and now is there. So they decided to go for it over there, when they were doing it.
And there are some adult evening toys.
Yes, that's true.
That CES actually
bit of controversy though.
Well, that CES wouldn't let them in.
Yeah, big controversy.
One particular brand they wouldn't let in.
Yeah,
and they're going, "What do you mean you won't let us in? We've been upfront." Exactly what this product
is. And I mean, the thing about that as well is this particular company got nominated for an award, an innovation award, and then somebody panicked at the last minute and thought, oh, hold on a minute, we can't have tech associated to pleasure, let's say, and they kind of pulled the rug under them. But I think they in all honesty, I mean, they got more probably out of the controversy than the actual award, right? So, I mean, as much as there's, whoa, hold on a minute, why wasn't this allowed? I think they still got a good volume of PR off the back of it from that side of things. But it just goes to show you, I mean, that kind
there's markets for
there's market for tech for everything.
And again, it's going back to the phone that you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's different technology that different groups of people are willing to purchase and are willing to invest in.
Yeah,
there's something for everyone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you look at from the kind of AR and VR perspective, you've got doctors that are using it to kind of do almost virtual surgery, right? Yeah. So you got individuals that are trying to do virtual surgery, and then you got a dude in his bedroom watching a virtual exotic dancer. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of
it's crazy. Actually.
It's opposite end of the scale, but the same tech.
Exactly. And when you start thinking of all the applications, it's wow.
Yeah, no, I mean it's. I mean, I don't know if anybody's watched Ready Player One out there, and that kind of really. It's odd. You kind of watch some of those movies and you feel like, God, that's kind of 20, 30 years away. Yeah. But that felt pretty close. It felt, I don't know. It's kind of next year apparently, or it might be this year. Running Man. Right. Is this year?
Okay.
Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it's this year, 2019,
really?
In the original, which is quite funny, and that kind of apocalyptic view that obviously James Cameron had pretty back then. But yeah, some of these new sci-fi.
Hey, speaking of cool technology, went and saw Bumblebee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, Bumblebee is this is an origin story.
That's right, yeah.
And Michael Bay's still involved with it, but he didn't direct it.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of old tech in this show.
That's right, yeah. Which 80s, right? It's based in the 80s.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Or 90s, but 80s, 90s. Yeah, so I think it was 80s.
80s,
yeah. Because there was all sorts of stuff. I'm going, hey, I had one of those. Whoa! And they were watching Alf. Anyway.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Here, kitty.
Gotta love Alf.
But what when we start talking the technology and the computing power that is able to handle graphics, the transformation process that you would see Bumblebee undergo from being a transformer to being a car. Yeah. And the multiple angles they do it from was spectacular.
Right, okay. Yeah.
And
seamless.
It looked
bordering on real.
Yeah. It looked real. Like you're going, hold on. And it wasn't so many times when you would see Transformers in the past, and we're talking a year ago.
That's right.
And you see them transforming. They're always done from a distance. They're always done from very particular angles. This was being done from many different angles, and sometimes it was as if it was looking over the shoulder of Bumblebee on part of the vehicle as it was transforming. Yeah. A view you'd never get. Yeah. And it didn't look like graphics. It looked like a car that was just turning into a robot.
Yeah, yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Very cool.
So that was kind of neat, and nice meshing with the old tech that you see going on. And people are using telephones, and they're listening to Walkmans.
Walkmans,
and it's
the old tech
cool.
stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool, and it really is a radio with a dial.
I doubt many of our listeners or viewers would remember that.
I don't know.
Well, perhaps.
But it all comes down to the number of, and this is just talking about radio for a second. My daily conversation, the number of people who are listening to some radio, but they're dialing into podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's frightening. I think for an industry that's trying to stay with advertising and use that as its model. I don't know if it's the advertising industry in our area in the Middle East is undergoing quite a significant shift right now. Yeah. Because even when you do listen to the radio and you listen to the stations out of Abu Dhabi, or if I'm listening to the stations out of Ajman or listening here in Dubai, different amounts of ads on each station. And some of them are pretty light on the advertising.
Yeah, well, everyone's trying to, crowbar ads in somewhere, right? I mean, that's the thing. So, like I think we said last week or a couple of weeks ago, the podcast community understands that their only way that they can survive is through advertising, and they're very upfront about it. So it's kind of, we have to do these for, to stay on the radio, right, from that side of things. But there's a lot of new modeling that is basically you pay a subscription and you can remove the ads and all these kinds of things. But I mean, even, WhatsApp now, obviously the big thing on WhatsApp was the fact that they're going to probably start, monetizing WhatsApp.
I'm still curious how they're going to do that.
I think it's in-app advertising, similar to Messenger, because you can directly message ads now. So in Facebook Messenger, you can run ads that kind of run in that environment. So I think it's going to be, something like that, or additional services on top of it. I mean, it's all based on ad revenue. So, and again, I mean, when you think about it, it's still, this is the thing that kind of amazes me, that, you know, WhatsApp is free.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're in other parts of the world, free video calling, free voice calling, free image share, free, everything's free, right? And same for Facebook Messenger, right?
Yeah.
Snap, you know, I mean, the fact is that...
Does anyone use Snap anymore?
No, it's still huge usage here, and in Saudi Arabia it's massive. Really? Yeah. Huge usage in Saudi Arabia. So it's still massively popular in this part of the world. That's their kind of real kind of growth market, as it were. It's still States kind of, but here is a real growth market. So, but you know, if you look at all of these different things, they're all they're all, you know, free.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, because we live here, we don't get all the full benefit of it with the video calling and the voice calling and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But they're free.
I know. It's good. So, I mean, we communicate through WhatsApp pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. All the time. Yeah. Go to. It's only taken us 4 years, 5 years to get to a platform that we're both comfortable with.
I think that's the platform I'm communicating with everyone on now.
Yeah.
So all of the, you know, Glenn Power, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yourself, WhatsApp. And it just seems to work. Here's another one.
Yeah.
My kids said, Dad, you're really slow on the uptake. And they always say, and you call yourself a tech guy.
Tech guy, again, with a non-tech tech short toe,
Spotify.
Yes. Yeah.
And
you're way behind on this. This might be a bit embarrassing talking about this, but
I wasn't using Spotify.
Yeah.
I was, you know, and then about, you know, a month ago.
Yeah, you jumped over.
Well, it was the Christmas season. I wanted some Christmas carols.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Went to Spotify, found the Christmas mix, played it.
Are you doing the paid version or the free version?
The free version.
With the ads?
With the ads.
Okay.
Yeah, someone said to me, oh, you get ads. And so I've been listening. So, I don't know, an ad comes on for the premium service or for something else or whatever. Yeah. Every 8
songs or something,
something
like that. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty easy for me to live with.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean,
and you can skip 6 tunes an hour on the free version, and I listen to some ads. Now, premium version, I might be tempted to go for it because
I'm on premium.
Because then you can load in your own tunes.
That's right.
And so there's
you can download tunes. And you can sub. Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cheap.
I think Spotify is great for new music.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fact is it's tough sometimes now.
Taylor Swift, I just listen to.
Yeah, no, true. But, and it's obviously guys.
Eagles radio. I mean, that's the whole thing. I'd say.
The oldie stuff.
But there's a whole feature. And I said to one of my sons, I said, "What's this Eagles radio?" And they said, "Well, you get Eagles tunes." And then the algorithm has put together into a channel.
That's right. Yeah.
Other types of songs and artists that, if you're listening to the Eagles, you'd probably be listening to them. And so I said, really? So let's do it. So, you know, I'm listening to the Eagles, and then next thing I'm listening to the Boss, and then I'm listening to a little Supertramp, and I'm going, it works for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely used it as discovering new music for me. Yeah. So even when I set up even when you set up your own playlists, so you can build out your own playlists, it will look at that and go, hey, listen, why don't you add this to your playlist, this to your playlist? So it kind of gives you, and you can just refresh it infinitely. Like, I mean, I haven't been able to get to the end of the refresh because there's so much music out there. But even things like your daily mix. Yeah. So your daily mix will be based on your listening habits, and then it'll throw in other stuff, and it'll throw in new stuff. It'll be like, do you want new stuff? Do you want old stuff? Do you want R&B? Do you want hip hop? Do you want?
I love that daily mix thing. It's like, wow, this
very cool.
This thing knows me. So I'm new to Spotify, and I'm going, why am I not using Spotify? And my sons are going, well, that's all we were listening to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Spotify here before it was available here properly. Right. You had to do some workarounds,
and so that's probably why.
So yeah, I mean,
now it's easy.
It wasn't.
It's legal.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't that easy to set up an account originally. Right. You needed a US or European credit card, and you know, so it was kind of a workaround, right? Yeah. So that was kind of. I think that's a large part of it. Why? You know, because similarly, when they said Spotify came, there was a whole lot of people going. And I've been using it for 5 years, and there was a whole lot of people going, "Oh, finally!" So similar to Netflix.
I'm one of those finally people. So
are you on Netflix?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why?
I don't know. Apple TV, that kind of stuff.
So. Yeah, I know, but Apple TV's got Netflix.
I don't know. I'm not using Netflix.
Okay, seems odd, but yeah. Right. Okay, the non-tech show.
I don't watch a ton of TV.
No.
Is the other side of things.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't. I just think the kind of on-demand stuff is pretty much where it's at, right? I mean, your boys must listen to watch.
They're fully Netflix.
Yeah.
They just love it. They're
kind of makes sense.
Yeah. those are the same ones who said, why aren't you on Spotify? And I am,
So look, I think one of the things that's also not...
Oh, by the way, this program is on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, we're on Spotify.
We're on
as well,
Spotify.
yeah. I think one of the things that...
that might have also been a reason I got on Spotify. Is I said, hold on, if the podcast is on Spotify, what am I missing?
Exactly.
We're on Spotify. What am I missing?
Who else is missing out? So I want to kind of talk about something as well that still is not legal here, but we should do it, and that's a GoFundMe page. So I think we should do a GoFundMe page for us to go CES. And throw it out there and see who's going to fund us to go to CES. But no, I think it'll be good. I think you really do get the true benefit of this tech when you got it in your hands. Yeah. When you kind of get to play and feel with it, like we've done with kind of different toys and stuff that we've had over the time. So yeah.
Well, and that was the whole idea with Microsoft. They said, play with the Surface Go for
exactly.
Let us know what you think. But
they converted you.
They did.
Yeah, and they may have converted a bunch of listeners as well.
I was not an impressed person when I first took it out of the box. Yeah. This thing is really small.
Yeah.
In the end, I want one.
Yeah, totally.
It's that simple.
Yeah, well, I told you, Amit, after his whole saga with his Mac getting taken, I mean, he'd wished he'd bought the bigger Surface, and he just would have been happy with it. That's it, done.
The folks over at the Ceiling Fan Company, they're using Surface laptop. There's the Surface.
You're right. Okay.
Surface Go, Surface, and then there's the Surface Book.
Right. Okay.
And they're using a Surface Book. Love it.
Yeah. Well, it's the Surface, the huge thing as well.
Yeah.
The Surface Desktop. Oh. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
I've never seen anyone who owns one of those.
Incredible. No, I mean, there's serious wedge, right? Yeah. It's a pretty weighty decision. But if you're kind of fully running on your desktop the whole time you're a designer or an architect or something, I imagine must be phenomenal.
Well, someone said to me, "Oh, what are the limitations of using some of these smaller computers and these things now?" I said, "I'm using the Adobe Cloud."
Yeah.
So I don't have to download any of this software.
No.
I just run it off the cloud as long as I've got a great network
connection.
I
think the disadvantage is just at our age, you start to kind of want a bigger screen.
Well, that's the only thing. It's like, what does that say?
3 words across the screen.
Hey, another thing that I've started using, and this is terrible for graphic designers, is great for you and me, is Adobe Spark.
Okay.
And Adobe Spark is a free service that Adobe has created that allows you, in a limited format, to create posters, brochures.
Oh, you spoke about this.
Yeah, I spoke about this before.
Yeah.
But I've really embraced it.
Right. Okay. You're all over it.
And it's frustrating in one sense because there is limitations on what you can actually do, and that's by design. It wants you to go and learn how to do Illustrator because it's going to give you some of the
more help. Yeah.
But for the most part, it does the job so well.
Yeah, you've got Canva, and you've got something called PicMonkey as well.
And I looked at both of those, and I'm looking at this Adobe stuff, and I'm going, Adobe's the way to go.
Right. Okay.
And I like Canva because it does similar things, but the Adobe guys, and I didn't play with Canva long enough to see if it does this. But one of the big issues for me is, okay, I need to put some images in. And so Adobe is linked into their whole process.
Right.
They've got some Adobe stock stuff.
Okay.
But they've also managed to work with the folks over at Creative Commons, and they've linked in their search engine so you can use the Creative Commons search for images. Is that like a
Getty Images thing?
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's all royalty-free stuff that people have posted up.
Right.
And so they're not pixelated. You can search. You can search through the Adobe interface.
Okay. So you got kind of everything under one. Has it got an app or is it just on desktop then?
So it works on your phone or on desktop.
Okay.
And if you're working on your phone because it's going into the cloud, everything you do gets saved.
Nice.
And you get some like a terabyte of save.
Yeah, I've got very limited kind of creative capability, so anything
that
can help me is a bonus.
I was making something up today, and I said, "Oh man, I'm going to do this," and I went in, and it had a whole bunch of templates and things people have already done, and I said, "Oh, I want to do it something like that," and went in, and I changed some colors, took some things out.
Perfect.
Next thing you know, I'm looking at it, I'm going, "This is pretty good."
Yeah.
I printed it off. Someone said, "Hey, that looks really nice."
Yeah.
And I'm going, "There we go."
Nice. Were you doing an invite to a jacuzzi party or something?
No, you know what? Creative Mornings. I was doing Lucy.
Okay.
Lucy. Lucy.
Yeah.
Bradley.
Bradley. Yeah.
Lucy Bradley. But Lucy Bradley over at Plug UAE.
Yeah.
But she's got the coolest handle for all of her socials, and it works across Insta, Twitter, and a lot.
Yeah.
Lucy Mergirl.
Yeah.
Lucy Mergirl.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. No, that's I mean, but surely she'd design the poster for you because she's phenomenal at that.
She probably would, but she was
got other things going on.
She's got other things going on. So.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is the other side, and you always feel bad saying to someone who's a graphic designer, hey, would you mind firing the software? Because you know that it's going to take time and it's investment, and that's their job.
Yeah.
And so
you go with the old, what's it called? Spark. Adobe Spark. Nice.
Adobe Spark. I just thought Adobe's doing some cool stuff with that.
Yeah, definitely.
They're making a lot of these things accessible. And I think the other side of it is when I'm using Spark, you might say, well, you're eliminating a designer for some things. Not really. What it does is it gives you an introduction to what's involved in the design process.
It's just a freemium model,
yeah,
right? I mean, that's the thing. It's just trying to get, because there's a lot of people like yourself that may want to eventually learn Adobe. There's a whole stack of people that don't. They just want something quick.
I like the idea that I could use it as a sketchpad. Say, okay, I want something like this, but I want to have this content in there. This is what I'm thinking. I sort of and say, what can you do? Yeah. And then when you give someone like Lucy or a designer a product like that,
then they can work with something.
And then they go, okay, I know where your mind's going.
Yeah, cool.
Boom, here you go. So I just thought, and I mean, Adobe guys are so smart in that way.
Yeah, definitely.
They're just they're pulling you right into their product.
That's it. Speaking of going, I think we might have to because what's going on behind us on the video before, the guy cleaning and getting out of the cinemas.
They're open the door.
The lights saying on air and stuff. So I think we might be kicked out.
You think they're going to kick us out of here?
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep going for just a few more minutes. You posted up another scary item. Again, this is from Business Insider.
Yeah.
And it's talking about why TVs are so cheap.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
This is scary, actually.
Yeah, it was interesting. I actually, a few people that was saying, I'm thinking about getting a TV for Christmas and this kind of thing. And then I just had a quick look and saw, and I was quite surprised how much the price of TVs have gone down.
Yeah, especially if you get basic model TVs.
Yeah, but no, but
I mean, what is a basic model these days anyway?
Yeah, but even if you get the smart TVs, I mean, this is it. And basically, there's an article here. You get some Business Insider. I think we share on the notes. But they're saying that they're tracking, what you're doing effectively.
Yeah.
And these smart TVs. I mean, some of it will connect here. Again, it's quite frustrating here sometimes, but Netflix will be connected and things like that. But if you're in Europe or the US, you can plug into any other app like you would on Apple TV.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're tracking kind of viewing behavior and viewership and plugging in and seeing what people are doing effectively. And I mean, you got Skype and in some of these ones and a whole host of other apps, right? You can run off the back of them, and they're kind of tracking what you're doing, and on the back of that, they're kind of feeding back that information. I mean, I don't think there's any ad-supported TVs at the moment, but it'll be quite funny if you could rent a TV almost and have a banner strip of advertising just for the price of the display.
It might come.
Yeah,
another interesting point with Samsung. We start talking about phones and we start talking about what Samsung's doing and markets, because the big challenge with all phone companies these days is, and Apple has hit the wall a little bit with its China sales. They're saying that their revenues are going to be a little bit lower than expected. Yeah. But all of these phone companies need to sell more phones. Yeah. Samsung putting its money on India.
Yeah.
And they want to sell lots of handsets at a decent price.
Yeah.
And it's looking pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got scale there, haven't you, really? Yeah. I mean, that was
a billion people.
The reason why Nokia kind of survived is because of their domination in Africa. Yeah. At the time, and it's that kind of
Nokia is still the choice phone in Africa.
Not just we're not talking about super low end. We're talking about kind of affordable, decent smartphones.
Yeah. These phones, we're talking 10,000 to 20,000 rupees, which is about 142 to 284 bucks. Yeah. American. Yeah. But of all the things they're talking about one of the big one that just jumped out at me is that one of the phones that they're looking at. So it's their high-end phone. Yeah. $284. Yeah. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's still a good price. Yeah, less than $1,000 bucks.
5,000 milliampere battery.
Right. Yeah.
Which
battery life.
So we're talking a huge battery. So the Huawei I'm using is 4,000.
Okay.
A Apple is 31.
13.
No, I think it's 3,100.
No, I mean 13. Like literally 13. The time that it goes down, you'd think it was 13.
So they're pretty small batteries.
Yeah.
And they're talking, they're going to put a really affordable phone out in India
with a strong battery.
Probably one of the largest batteries on the market.
Right. Okay.
I thought that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, you got to wonder where that information's come from, as far as that's what the community wants. They want long battery life.
Well, I think this is the issue, right? People are on buses, people are at work.
I suppose so. Yeah, there's the different
maybe they're not
commute
charging
times
at home.
and that
Maybe
kind
they're
of
only
stuff.
charging in the office.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I think there's a whole bunch of issues there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Which becomes interesting.
There's a mozzie there. Look at that.
I don't. How do we have a
How do we have
mosquito in here?
Mosquito in here. That's crazy. He's gonna bite me as well. They love me. I'm like a buffet.
We got the mosquito. We got the movie theater getting ready to start.
We
got people who have come in. They think actually we're doing a movie review.
Yeah, we're doing a review show.
They took one look at who are those guys? Oh, that's the diet show.
Non-diet. True. Perfect.
Do we need to wrap up?
I think we're good. Yeah. We've been plugging away here for about 40 minutes. So
there we go.
That's it. Yeah.
TechTalk is the program. Podaholiks is how you can find us.
Find us, yeah.
And we'll be back doing it all again really soon. Podaholiks.com website coming.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Find us on the socials.
Definitely.
And we'll do it all again really soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Say goodbye to the people on the